Hello everyone, Shadefire here, and welcome back to Let's Play Jurassic World Evolution. This is episode 26. Hopefully this time we're going to get this Spinoraptor under control, because we have to murder it with other dinosaurs. Which, how's that going? Did we actually...
Asset collection request.
There we go. So yeah, we might have to actually make a more dangerous dinosaur if this Steggoceratops turns out to not be strong enough. But she's got all those defense buffs, so hopefully that's better than whatever random stuff I gave the Spinoraptor to raise its rating. I like how easy it was to contain, though, by just putting a wall around it. I mean, I can even make this worse and just build another wall on the other side. But it's having a hard time breaking through that wall. Like, those walls are actually pretty good.
Asset has been delivered.
So hopefully we can finish this mission and then maybe get through the last mission, because there's still one more, even though there's not one more hybrid dinosaur. Come on, there's nowhere for you two to go. You have to fight.
En route.
I mean, we saw the Steggoceratops get wrecked by this thing when it was one of the unmodified ones. Come on. How long are you going to try to avoid each other before you go at it? They really don't seem to want anything to do with each other. I'm waiting for the Steggoceratops to try breaking out. Wait. Why is the Jeep trying to come in here to repair this? Or it's not? The gate just opens from that far away? Well, alright, that didn't work. They didn't even successfully repair it. So maybe we should call the sirens now. I can't believe the Steggoceratops was such a failure. And, like, now things are going to be a problem, because we can't actually really get this thing back into somewhere where we can fight it, since we can't tranquilize it at all. I can try to build another wall around it. But that's going to take a while. How can I... Oh, good. They fixed the wall in time for it to be useless.
No problem.
Alright, well, we can delete... I don't even actually really need to do what I just did, because we can just delete this wall now. Alright, where is the asset in question? How am I going to deal with you? I feel like we're just going to have to weaponize something and send it after this. Let's see. Combat infamy. I don't suppose we can actually look at its stats. Okay, attack genes 130, defense genes 68. So we just need to make something better than that. Like an Indominus or something. Can I afford to make an Indominus, though? My only problem with this plan is it's going to take forever to incubate one of these. Is the Indoraptor more expensive? I'm just thinking, like, do I think the Indominus will be enough by itself? Or should I make an Indoraptor and waste all of my remaining money on making it combat viable? I mean, even by default, or whatever I have it modified to right now, it's slightly better. The Indominus is not, but I could dump some genes into it. Let's try the Indominus Rex. It's been a little while since we had one of these. Ironically, I think we're going to have to make another one of these for the next mission anyway, so this is going to be kind of a waste. Let's see, have we seen some of these other patterns? I feel like we haven't seen an arid one. I think I've only made 2. Okay, camouflage. So this is the gene that we're going to need for the next mission, the one that actually lets it camouflage like it does in the movie, which of course they waited until the DLC to add that. Alright, so we don't need anything that keeps it alive longer, we just need anything that makes it fight good. So, intensive repair. Definitely doesn't start with very good defense. Okay, increased bone density. Defense is going to need a big buff, so let's see what we got. 63, or we could go with aggressive instincts and attack and defense go up. At the very least, this thing should be worth a good amount of money. What do I have 3? Oh. Wait, what's your problem? Dehydrated. Oh. Yeah, I never gave these guys a water supply, apparently. Whoops. There you go. That's an easy problem to fix. Alright, hopefully it saved my changes here. I think it does. So aggressive instincts, and then we're going to want to bump up attack. This thing is going to probably be really hard to contain afterwards. But then we can tranquilize it, so not really that hard. Okay, so looks like maybe we should go with more aggressive instincts. What's the cost at? 6,000. So we're almost up to where the Indominus Raptor was. Strong muscle fibers. Increased bone density. That should be good enough. And if this doesn't work, I'm going to be very annoyed. Alright. The Proceratosauruses are all fine now. Really need to make more of them. They're so small. Where's this thing at? You think it'll eventually starve to death? I mean, I probably still would fail the mission if it starved to death. You know, I was gonna give the Indominus the social gene so that we could have 2 of them in one enclosure. But I guess that's not happening.
Ladies and gentlemen, as a precautionary measure,
Alright. So maybe I should just save once we get this thing out so that if it dies, we can just throw it at it again, because waiting for another one to spawn is not going to be enjoyable at all. Amylocephalae. We get these Pseudoceratops DNA. I believe we have more dinosaurs to research. Nope, actually I did them all last time, never mind. Single species adaptation lowers the minimum and maximum population requirements of a dinosaur by 3. That's actually a useful one. Do you want to change up the tolerances? Is that dead? No, that one's also sleeping. Thought there was still a dead one in here, but then I would have a thing at the top. Oh my god, this is going to take so long. This is the part where it's like, alright, better just keep busy. I guess I can, you know, work on the park while we wait. So I don't have any storm protection, but I don't think there's any storms on this island. Shelters, we're actually good on shelters. Let's see. They really want a restaurant over here, which is why I left this empty space here, so I guess we can plop one of those down. Can't quite fit it there. And I believe I'm going to make an intersection. You know, let's just do that right now. Let's not talk about it, let's do it. We've got time to kill. I don't know why it won't just let me build straight. Like, that's crooked, and that's crooked. Oh, I had it for a second there. I feel like I need to be able to turn off snapping to make this straight. Okay, I'll just move it over like a millimeter. Put it like here. So, path there. The Steggoceratops come to see what we're doing. Did I just say Steggoceratops? That would be a weird combination. Spinoraptor. Okay, like that.
As a precautionary measure and for your safety, please proceed.
Oh, that's not perfect. But,
Señoras y señores, como medida de precaución y por su seguridad, diríjanse al
I don't know why this is not straight at all.
各位先生女士，作为预防措施以及为了您的安全，请至与您最近的避难所避难。
Chers visiteurs, par mesure de
The problem is the
précaution
snapping.
pour votre sécurité, veuillez gagner l'abri le plus proche. Senhoras e senhores, como medida de precaução
No,
e para
that's not what I want either.
prossigam para o abrigo mais próximo.
Again, having a toggle for snapping would make this so much easier. I have to do it like that, and like that. Like, it's not perfectly straight, but, you know, not all intersections have to be straight. Alright, now let's delete this little nubbin.
Bitte begeben Sie sich zu Ihrer eigenen Sicherheit.
And can I delete this piece?
Дамы и господа, в качестве меры предосторожности и для вашей безопасности просим пройти к ближайшему убежищу. Ladies and gentlemen, as a
Alright, that's a little better.
for your
Can I
safety,
actually,
your nearest shelter. Señoras y señores, como medida de precaución y por su seguridad,
It's a little nicer. I don't know why I haven't been doing that. I didn't realize that we could slope stuff as good. Alright, how are we at? God damn it.
以及为了您的安全，请至与您。
It's like, this already wastes your time. How can we waste your time more? Oh, let's just make it fail. And have to restart. I guess I never maxed out the Proceratosaurus gene. What about the other ones? I feel like we had like 5 dinosaurs I researched. I don't know, I guess a bunch of them we don't have unlocked because they're from the other DLCs. Just want to look here. Yeah, so Steggoceratops, Homalocephalae. Wasn't there a small herbivore as well? It's not one of these. Dinosaur? Not Gallimimus. I'm trying to remember what was from the herbivore DLC. It was Nitrosaurus, Homalocephalae, and what was the third one? We have a lot of dinosaurs now. I don't even remember what the Archaeonithomimus is from. I think that's one from the first DLC they put out? Yeah, I can't remember what I'm looking for here. But I'm not seeing it. Suppose the other way to check is to go to research and fossils. Yeah, Dinosaur. Morrison Formation dig site. Morrison Formation. Oh, there we go. I didn't actually see this one. gonna say, we definitely had more than just 2 species we needed to get DNA for. Dinosaur and Pseudoceratops. Okay, sell that, extract that. I remember the times when I was doing the fossil hunts just to get money. What's this thing doing? I mean, I hope it doesn't starve. Also, it's lonely. Oh boy. I mean, everything else seems to be fine, and we still need to put something in here. I feel like I need a few more rocks. Wait, why did that one fit in the water, but the other one didn't? I guess because it's a little lumpy over here. A little bit of terrain painting. Again, not really sure why it's only working partially over there. But I think the answer is hills. Hills are always the problem in this game. Well, we've had, what, 10 minutes now of not actually solving this problem? Because our stupid Steggoceratops didn't fix the problem? What are you doing? Stygimoloch is mad because one of them got eaten. Actually, I think more than one of them got eaten. At least I should be able to tranquilize this thing before it kills anything else, and then drop it on the Spinoraptor. You know, what I could do for this enclosure is put like a Spinosaur or something in here, because they actually require a new type of feeder. They've been changed to properly being piscivores, so there is a fish feeder now that has to be placed in water. So I could put one of those in there and put like a Baryonyx or a Spinosaur or a, what was the other one, Suchomimus? Maybe I'll do that. Of course, that means the Indominus is going to need another enclosure. Is this all buildable down here? Okay, it goes to about here. So this big enclosure I built is kind of in the way of the rest of the park. Alright. Let the Stygimoloch out. Now, can I trust my ranger team not to die trying to just refill this feeder? Because last time they got pretty smashed up just trying to do that.
Attending to feeder supply.
Well, we'll just keep extracting this DNA while we wait. This is, after all, the waiting game. Hey, there's something they could change in the second game. Make it so there's a fast-forward feature and a lot less long-ass waiting times. The only thing Operation Genesis was really bad for waiting times was the research. Where it's like, oh, you have sick dinosaurs, but it's going to take 3 months of in-game time to research a cure for that.
Безопасности просим пройти к ближайшему убежищу. Ladies and gentlemen, as a precautionary
Oh, we're all waiting on you.
safety, please proceed to your nearest
Our star attraction. Just, you know, waiting for it to fail at like 97%.
como medida de precaución y por su seguridad.
Our safety rating is low, mainly because there's an unstoppable dinosaur on the loose. Here comes another load of people, except not really. It's weird because closing the park, I don't see how that's any different from setting off the emergency alarms.
Senhoras e senhores, como medida de segurança, prossigam para o abrigo mais próximo.
ご来園の皆様に申し上げます。万が一の事態に備え、皆様の安全の確保のため、
Well, its health is going down.
お進みください。
So, you know, maybe it'll be weak enough when the Indominus comes out that it'll be an easy victory. 85%. Fingers crossed.
Дамы и господа,
You know, this Proceratosaurus enclosure probably doesn't need to be nearly as big as it is. I wonder if I could fit a monorail somewhere. Operation, guests, monorail station. I mean, I kind of wish I could use the starting monorail for this. Oh, weird. It's trying to snap to this. Can I just build from the starting one? Kind of weird. No, because the starting one is outside the buildable area. Okay, well, I think I need to change up the layout somewhat. Could probably get rid of this research center and put it somewhere else. And put a monorail station kind of up here. And that way it'll go down here to this other area. And then back around. Because it's not a very big park, but I think the monorails still come in handy. I've actually seen an interesting idea, because I was kind of looking around for builds for this game. You know, just to get an idea of what you can do with the limited tools. And I've seen ones where they have kind of guest areas that are only accessible by monorail, you know. Like, they'll have a big enclosure on the outside, and then a little guest area in the middle, and with a monorail connecting to it. And I guess that works? I don't know how that works with the path limitations, where it's like, oh, it's not connected to a main path, so therefore it doesn't work. Sell, 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 extract, extract, sell, extract. Alright, should be just about done. Yep, ready to release.
proceed to your nearest shelter.
Which means get the helicopter into position.
Medida de precaución y por su seguridad, diríjanse al refugio más cercano.
各位先生女士，作为预防措施，为了您的安全，
Alright. Kind of park it right here. The Indominus returns. And now we get to watch them miss 50 times because apparently it's hard to hit a stationary dinosaur. Comfort, question mark.
ご来園の皆様に申し上げます。万が一の事態に
Kind of a dusty brown and Indominus. And she's instantly down. Alright.
までお進みください。
So now, I'm going to save. Indo battle. And this way, if she dies, we can just, you know, throw her at him again and again until it works. Depending on how much of this game is actually randomness.
Acknowledge an asset collection request. For your safety, please proceed to your nearest shelter.
Alright, I want to see if we can use the flare to attract the stupid Spinoraptor. I don't really know how these work. I guess we use the dart rifle. We don't drop a flare. I hope that works. Maybe? I mean, they're pretty close. So, Spinoraptor's going right for it. It's gonna try to break in, isn't it? It wants to break in here because it's hungry. And the question is the Indominus Rex going to do anything about this, or is she just gonna start stomping around? What happened to she's gonna kill everything she meets? Well, alright, so I thought we had a bit of a crash there when I tried to open photo mode, but it turns out that photo mode is just now broken, because when I open it I get a black screen. So, I guess we're not gonna do that, and we were set back a couple minutes. So hopefully these two will now actually meet and murder, and we... keeping an eye on the left there. I want to actually see if we can make a Suchomimus, which is in here somewhere. Suchomimus. You two fighting yet? What are you doing? Indominus is not even marked as a dinosaur threat right now. Okay. She's definitely got it sent now. Apparently neither of them are a dino threat now. They're just very calm. She looks longingly down the street at her first meal. I'm gonna be very disappointed in the Indominus Rex if it loses to this tiny little Spinoraptor, which is essentially still just a pack predator. Oop. You know, does capture mode actually work any good? I have to use primitive tools for this. So much shadow on the Indominus because of the reshade. Turn that off. Doesn't really look much different. And how does this actually... Okay. Right, this is the one that doesn't actually have a screenshot button. You were just supposed to use the Steam screenshots instead.
As a precautionary measure for your safety.
I think this is going to be a pretty short fight. Yeah. 18% health. Wow, those animations do not line up at all. Yep, just bite the ground next to it. I wonder what dinosaur they reused for the animation. Alright, that's mission 3. Almost done.
That was too close. And too off the charts to be an anomaly. Someone modified the genetic code of that animal without our knowing about it.
They modified it to be immune to tranquilizers.
A competitor to the Hammond Foundation that I've done business with in the past. Question my morality if you must, but never my motivations. I'll soon deal with these upstarts. In the meantime, keep up the good work. We were hacked. Our systems and our Spinoraptor. I'm tracking down the genetic modifications now, but needless to say, be very careful moving forward. While I can't share anything, trust that I'll stop them in my own way.
As a precaution,
Stay focused on our research and facilities.
So, am I just gonna have to wait?
Disappointment that we were unable to sell tickets for that? Did someone film it at least?
por su seguridad, diríjanse al refugio más cercano.
Alright, the problem is solved. Y'all can come at it. Oh, never mind. We're getting our next mission already.
There's still work to be done, and you're the right person to do it. Don't keep me waiting for too long.
For too long. Alright, this should be an easy one. Reason to believe that an outside force has been disrupting my operation here, and I intend to put a stop to this interference. I want you to start by creating some more of my hybrids. Let's begin with an Indominus Rex, make sure it is capable of camouflage. I suspect that may be beneficial, and make it harder to contain. Alright,
Commencing asset.
so now we're gonna have to wait through the super long
Good. Now
Indominus
listen carefully.
incubation again.
I want you to create some battle-hardened specimens with a very particular set of skills.
He says specimens plural.
First up, one of my greatest creations, an Indominus Rex. Incubate and hatch a specimen, then get its combat infamy rating to an appropriate value.
Really?
This dinosaur is special to me. Don't mess this up.
We're gonna have to do more dumb fucking dino battles. I guess I can't remove all the battle genes then. I was gonna say, we'll just remove everything except the camouflage gene. Alright, well, we'll give him the camouflage. I guess we'll keep the bone density. I mean, it doesn't have to be that strong, because we can just throw weak stuff at it to get its infamy up. Oh, he'll probably make us throw something specific at it, so... I guess we'll just keep this. Just wanted to see if I could bring the viability up. That's also another 7 million. I'm going to sell our current one, though, because we don't actually need
Task received.
another Indominus. I was going to build this one its own enclosure. It's already trying to break out, isn't it? Hungry. Well, okay, that's a valid reason to be upset. I thought it was just mad because it didn't like the enclosure. And we got a virus somewhere. Campylobacter. Go take care of that.
Acknowledged.
And then refill the feeder while you're there. Alright, so while that's going on, leave this incubating. And we'll incubate a... like I was going to do earlier, a Suchomimus. Which we've made only one of these before, I think. We'll go with wetland pattern. This is a case where I don't really care about its fighting ability, but I do want to raise its rating a little bit. Oops.
No diseased dinosaurs detected.
Or do I already have it set for good rating? Apparently bone density is just like the best rating increase. Okay, we can give it a rapid metabolism. That'll also raise its rating while also making it live longer. What is their group tolerance? Stress, social. So their social is 1 to 2 right now. I could raise it up. Or I could just make it angry and not ever want anything, including itself. Nah, we won't put it up the social. We'll just keep 2 in there. Because otherwise it's going to cost too much. Alright, so we're going to sell this Indominus. Get about half of the cost back. Alright. And now we can close the shelters.
Ladies and gentlemen, we apologize for any inconvenience experienced during our recent handling of anomalous events.
We're sorry you've been trapped in the shelter for days. Though, of course, because we aren't in Sandbox, we can't turn on night-day cycle. Okay, so I was gonna put a restaurant here. Don't think it'll fit, though. I'll have to shuffle the substation over a bit again. Or I could put it on this side. I don't know if that counts as close enough. So if I put it right, like, here... should hopefully be good enough. I hate how crooked some of these buildings are. Like, look at this thing. It's just kind of skewed off to the side from my semi-grid. Which is kind of ironic that it's an off-grid fossil center. Okay. So, since we're back on waiting duty, we can go with that monorail I wanted to build. I'm just hearing Anne's derogatory line about monorails in my head. Okay, so monorail station. Get off the monorail, then immediately get on another monorail. I don't think we can cross this thing with the tracks, though, which means I'm going to have to loop around a bit. And also, the edge is here, so that's going to be a tight thing. I have to worry about the rotation of the monorail. I feel like it's going to have to be kind of like... no, it has to be something like this. That better not be the Indominus. Okay, good. It was the Suchomimus. I was going to be pretty annoyed if that was the second Indominus to fail in a row. I mean, our money's coming in pretty quick. Despite the fact that we only have, like, 2 enclosures, somehow people are really digging this park. The secret park. I feel like I need to move the creation lab, but obviously I can't do that right now because it'll destroy everything. I might just have to make the monorail one direction right now and come back to it later to shuffle it a bit. Because I don't think we can... maybe if I put it like this? Because I feel like that's too tight for the path to fit. It'd be better if the Hammond Creation Lab was actually up in this corner. But again, I can't move it until the Indominus is done. Can I maybe put it somewhere else instead? I could move the ACU. It doesn't really need to be right there in the center. Because, you know, it's a helicopter. So, if we demolish the ACU and put it up here instead... but then where am I going to put the monorail here? Am I going to put it facing towards the other one? Something like this. I like how it's set to the snapping, and it's still not right. Like, I could put it like this, or I could put it like this. It's a little weird, though. But it does kind of block off view of the power station, which is always a good thing. Let's try it like this. It was slightly crooked. Wish I could do more of a top-down view than just this. Also, that's as little as I can adjust it. I think it's still crooked, but you know what? it doesn't have the tools to make it better. Alright, so... we'll have that kind of swing down here, and then there'll be another station here. Why does it not want to snap on? Oh, you know what? You actually have to make the track and then snap the station to it, which is a little unintuitive. So we can have that there. Probably going to want to shuffle these trees around a bit. Let's go to landscaping, trees, remove. This is going to piss off some of the dinosaurs. But we'll clear that out a bit. Gonna fill that out a bit more. Make sure that they're all happy with this. Yep. Okay, they actually don't need that much forest, but that's the Ankyloducus. What about the Brachiosaur? Yeah, we need a touch more forest. Okay, nope, that's still the wrong one. I forgot why I named it Priscilla. Okay, so these are almost done. I hate that you have to connect these to a path. Like, they should count as a path of their own. We're also gonna have to run power over there. I want to keep it very close to the fence. Because I'm going to build a viewing thing next to the monorail. Actually, I'm going to build it right where I put this one here. Yeah. I think we can fit it next to the monorail. I think there's enough space. And then we'll put a big old substation, like maybe here. So I'm going to want to build an enclosure for the Indominus as well. I'm going to build it down here. Should be enough space. Okay, fences, electrified concrete. I don't remember how big of an enclosure it needs, but it's fairly large if I remember from our first one. Where I was trying to maximize the space. I think I actually made this way too big. Give her kind of a long, slender enclosure. I don't know if that's big enough. Landscaping. Do water along the wall. And then I hate that I have to do it like this because there's not a smaller brush size. I mean, if I build something here, it's going to delete the water anyway. But I kind of like that idea of having, you know, like a moat on one side. I don't know if this is large enough. It's gonna be kind of a work in progress, honestly. I like that skin. Oh, I guess that was the camouflage. Oh. Problem. I forgot that I deleted my ACU center and didn't build another one. Oops. That was supposed to go up here. I guess it still
That
can.
Indominus Rex is really something, isn't it?
My best
Who would dare
creation.
take perfection and then improve it. This is why I love what I do.
I love being a mad
Next,
scientist.
the Indoraptor, a truly cunning predator.
Well, this
one
is
will
not going to
also
go well
require
for
some
my
combat experience.
herbivores. Well,
Believe
this will
me
boost
when I
its
tell
combat
you,
experience.
You're going to have your hands full.
I can always repopulate this enclosure. I do think that the Indominus is going to kill these Brachiosaurs, though, if it gets the chance. Chunkangosaurs I can afford to sacrifice because I think most of them have died now for that exact reason. I need a gate on here. Yeah, I can't put it in water, though, so I'd have to clear a little piece of it. I hate how this gate tries to destroy corners. Alright, well, just waiting for this to finish. Hopefully it'll take about as long as that Chunkangosaur does to die.
Understood.
I'm surprised they're still squaring off. 1% health. Seems like a bit of a spiny meal for the Indominus. Okay. So transport you out. So I'll clear out a little bit of water, like right here. Now I wonder if I can put the water back. Because I'm pretty sure the Jeep can drive through water. Almost feel like the Indominus should have rocky terrain. Couple little smudges of, dirt along the moat. Alright, obviously this is a work in progress, but I need to use the Indominus to judge what it needs.
Asset to be collected.
So expect it to break out a bunch while we learn what it wants. Alright, so we're probably going to wrap up this episode shortly. I think next episode will be our last one for this DLC, and then we can move on to Return to Jurassic Park, which I am looking forward to getting to. Kind of the main reason I wanted to return to the game, as I said in the last episode.
Assets in the air.
Can I kind of want to just make this run along the path. Would have helped if I deleted these trees first. Alright, so I want to put
Asset has been transported.
one of these here. Do that first, just to make sure the path will still fit. And then, so this will go to about here. And then cross over this way. Everything's kind of crooked. Maybe I should rotate this piece. So I kind of want it to go like up here, and then here. All right. Wants more forest, wants more grassland.
Acknowledged.
Seems to prefer grassland, so we mostly just need that. Okay, forest is good. So I suppose making it all rocky is not going to work out. We can do some rocky patches, though. You can just take a little nap there while we fix up your enclosure. Grasslands. You can just delete this water over here. That'll give us a little bit of extra space. Guess the idea is the Indominus likes hunting on the open plain. Now, I don't know if these actually update when it's sleeping. So we might have to extend this wall a little bit. Alright. So I like the water idea, but let's come back to that once we have the size kind of hammered out. So delete the gate. Delete this whole wall. I don't want to give it too much more space, because I want to be able to fit something else down here as well. But a little bit more of a elliptical shape. This wall back here is a little lumpy, but that's fine. Now, will this elliptical shape... Okay, so we can still build one of these without really messing up the curve too much. It's still going to look a little wonky because of this thing, but not too much. Actually, I should probably just put that down now so it doesn't mess with anything else. Okay. So... it's really not going to let me put water around this thing. I mean, again, I'm just going to make a lot of it, and then I'm going to clean it up once it stops being dumb. So I think that's probably as much as I can get, but I still like this idea here. Obviously, I'm going to trim it down a bit, because that's too much water, but... this way, when the Indominus comes to drink, it'll be right in plain view. There's no reason that I shouldn't be able to build right up to the edge of the concrete, though. It's just them being finicky. I kind of like having it like this. You know, going right through the fence. It just looks a little more natural than just ending it, but of course, that's going to cost me some space. So we'll slim it down. Just a little bit. I mean, I usually ended up with more space than I actually needed, right? So, having a little bit of it used up by stuff like that is fine. Alright, so paths. I'm going to go back to narrow. Okay, dinosaurs are all fine. Kind of forgot about the Suchomimus. Skin doesn't look too different from the default. It's still got the yellow and blue striping, but it's also got, like, smudges of green on it.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are pleased to welcome a
Oh no, it doesn't have the blue. It's kind of just spotted. Or yellow. So I wonder, though, will it attack other herbivores now that it's just a piscivore? Because there shouldn't be any reason for it to attack. But I feel like they might not have removed that coating from it. Alright, we're going to put you in here. I don't think I actually made any of this wetland officially. We can change that. Nope. Okay, how are you doing on grassland? I think I gotta officially turn this into grassland. Okay, landscaping, nature, grassland. I think instead of having some of this forest, I can turn it into, you know, those big trees. Still might not be big enough. But we're gonna have to come back to it next time because we are running pretty long again. And I mean, I like having long episodes for this game because you kind of need them to get anything done. But I don't want to go too far. So that'll do it for episode 26 of Let's Play Jurassic World Evolution. Next time, we should be able to wrap up our business with Henry Wu and move on to returning to Ila Nublar. So until then, take care, everyone.
Asset has been delivered.